This is a demonstration video about participation in the HackerRank platform and how we can participate in a contest which is hosted by HackerRank. So this is a demo contest which I have created. So I'm going to show you that normally a contest contains about the information about the contest, prizes, if there are some rules already defined, and scoring criteria and so on. So let's enter into a contest. So when we enter into a contest, we see challenges. So in each challenge you see its difficulty level defined by the creator of the contest, and score that you are going to get after successful completion of this challenge, which actually pass all the test cases. And here is a success rate, and overall you can actually see the leaderboard that who are competing with you and other information. So there are only two challenges. One is of the easy difficulty, and the medium difficulty has a maximum score is 20. So let's try this even odd challenge. So on the challenge page you see the problem and the submission and the leaderboard and so on. So let's look at the problem over here. Your job is to identify that a number is even or odd. Return even or odd as a string from the given function. So input format is you need to enter a number, and the constraints are that the number, let's assume the number is x, should be greater than 0 and less than 100, and x is not a decimal point number, it's a whole number. So these are the constraints which are assumed that your problem will be tested based on those constraints. So output format would be the function will return even or odd as a string, because it says that it will return a string. So here is sample input that, for example, if you input 2 as a number, so it should output even as a string in a lowercase. So explanation is 2 is an even number, that's why you get an even output as a string. So sample input, second sample input is 11, so it will return you odd because 11 is an odd number. And here is the part which actually I want to explain. You can see code snippet is already added over here in this section, and here we are going to write our code. You can choose any language of your choice. For example, you want to work in C++, you choose C++, and the snippet would be added for that language. If you choose C#, you can work, or you can write code in C# and so on, and you can choose Python and Java and so on. So whatever language I choose, you see some code is already written over here. So why this code is written? Because it says that to complete the even odd function below this function, we need to write this function. The function is expected to return a string. The function accepts integer number as parameter over here. So if you go back to our problem, the problem is that we input a number, right? And then the output or the function will return a string, even or odd. So this function is returning a string and input is a number. And how we test this code? So we have run and submit code. We submit this code only if we think that we want to test this on all test cases available to test this code, the code that I will write. I can test my code against a custom input. That, for example, if I want to test on 4 input, I want to see that what would be the output of my program and so on. So let's choose a language. Let's, for example, if I choose Java, so in Java I see this snippet. I don't need to write anything, I don't need to modify anything over here, as it says that write code inside this method, only method should return string value, that's it. So we need to evaluate this number. If this number is even, we return an even as a string, and if number is odd, we return odd as a string. So I'm going to choose Python, let's say Python 3, and I need to write code inside this function. So let's test this. I'm going to write return as even only, right? So I'm just hard coding, I'm not actually evaluating that number. So I'm going to test on whatever type of value I input. I don't need to input. So if I run this code, it will test on the already predefined test cases, which are actually two test cases. One test case is passed, that it tried on 2 as a number input, and my output is even and expected output is even. But in this case it tried on 11 as an input automatically, and my output is even because I hard coded my output over here. So its expected output is odd because 11 is odd. So my answer is a wrong answer. So I am not going to actually attempt to submit this code because it even did not pass this test cases. So let's write the program over here, that I'm saying that is this number is divisible by 0. So I actually return even, or I just return odd. So now I'm going to run this code, and this code will be tested on the test cases available. So here we have a compilation error, which is that it says the line 18 has a problem, invalid syntax, which means that I have a language problem over here. So I actually missed the colon over here. So I'm going to run this code now and see. So it actually passed both test cases because it tried on 2 and it tried on 11. I can actually test on custom input. Let's say for example I want to test on some number which is, let's say, 60. So I'm going to run this code on this input. So it is my output is even, and I want to test this on 13, and my output is odd. So actually I think that my problem is fine. And also one more thing, that if it's comparing with the even with lowercase, and if even I add some spaces like this, maybe over here, and I actually run on test cases, so it will not actually pass the test cases over here because it has space over here. And even if I remove that space, I do like this with uppercase O, and actually it's trimming that. So the even is passed, but it failed on this because it's uppercase O and it's actually checking with the lowercase o. So we have to be very careful when we are especially returning strings. So strings should be very exact as specified in output format. So let's submit. I have corrected this one, and now I'm going to run this on test cases, and let's submit this problem, submit this code, and now it will test on all the test cases. So it's asking me, are you sure you want to submit? In few contest styles, they actually deduct your marks based on wrong submissions, and also each test case has a weight. Normally it is defined by the creator of a challenge. So I'm going to submit this code, and it is going to actually run this code on all the test cases, and actually it passed all the test cases, and my status is accepted. And this was my code. I can see the review, I can see the leaderboard, who else has submitted. I don't have any competitor right now, so I don't see anyone over here. So this is actually one, and I got overall 10 score because this problem had a score of 10 overall, and each test case itself had some score, so it's calculated based on that. So I can actually go back to the problems and I'm going to solve another problem. So I can go back to the contest name over here, and then I can select another contest. So I have already tried that, and that was the maximum score, and I'm going to solve this challenge now. So let's solve this one. So in this challenge is a list is input into the program, count even numbers in the list, and return the total count. So this problem is slightly different than the problem which we just solved. In this problem we are going to input a list. So input format is input numbers separated by a single space. Alright, so assume that numbers entered are denoted by n, and each number is denoted by x inside that n. So n should be like greater than 0. The number that you input should be like 1 or between 1 and 9, and each number should be greater than 0 and less than 100. So here is a output format that return an integer number of total count, which means that if you see this sample input, so we are inputting numbers separated with the space, and each number is greater than 0 and less than 100, and the sample output is a total count, which is actually counting that 22, 4 and 68 and 66, which are actually 4 numbers in total which are even in this list. Similarly, if you look at this sample input number 2, here we are getting output 1, which is that it's counting the even numbers. So 80, 33, 57, 67, 97. So 80 is the only number which is actually even number. So that's why we are getting. Again, we are going to have this snippet already prepared, and the language is already selected. I can choose to have another language. Let's for example C#. So again, I need to complete this function only, and it is getting a list that I will input, or the program will be tested based on that input. Each number is separated with the space, and returning an integer number, which is actually the total count of the number, and the snippet is already added and it will test on that code. Let's for example, I am going to return 1, which is actually integer, and this is my C# code, and I am going to run this code. So it is actually run this program on the test cases. So it actually tested on this input, and this in this case actually it passed because I actually hard coded that. Alright, so let's get back to, let's say for example I am going to write in a Python. So in Python I am going to evaluate those numbers and see that if they are even, and this number is actually an array. So we have nums array, in that array we will have all the numbers which would be input from through the program, through the test cases. So we have all the numbers inside this array, and we need to evaluate each number. So I'm going to have a loop, let's say n in nums array, and I'm going to evaluate that if each number is actually even, then I'm going to have a counter which will actually increment by 1. So count plus equal to 1, and in the end I'm going to return that count, right? So now I'm going to run on this these test cases and see what I get. So all 2 test cases are passed. I can actually test on sample input. Let's say for example I am going to input some numbers like this, and 10 and maybe 50. So just run this code and see what output do I get, or my program gives. So 2, 8, 10 and 50, they are actually 4 even numbers in this given list. and I'm getting the output. So I think that my program is actually pass all 2 test cases, and I can actually submit that code. So let's submit, and it will actually ask me again that do you want to submit my code. I will submit my code, and it will test on all the test cases. So it's running on the test cases, and all the test cases are passed, and then my program is actually accepted as a correct output, and then I can go and see that I have correctly submitted those problems. And also, if you have several test cases and few test cases are not passed, so your score will be determined accordingly. So, and you can see and you can compare the progress with the other competitors, and you can review submissions, and then you can see the leaderboard and so on. So I guess that's all how you attempt different challenges in a HackerRank contest, and how you actually write code and test code and run on the predefined test cases, and on your custom input and so on. I guess that's all.